I think the weakness is the lack of research, like resources, the lack of infrastructure, lab space, and the quality of labs. So I think
Okay.
if more funds can be spent in, I think it has improved a lot compared to say what was there 10 years ago.
Yes,
I
yes.
think yeah, many institutes, I would say, in some areas, specifically in computation, where you don't need many experimental resources, India is really doing very well.
Yes.
But in experimental sciences, where I think more
Skill.
funding is required to build labs
Yes.
and infrastructure, there I think India is lacking behind.
Okay.
That government can spend more money in developing the labs. That would also retain the good students and good people back in India, and researchers from all over the world would also like to go back to India if the research facilities and experimental facilities are good to work in, right?
What about you, ma'am? If infrastructure available, then will you come back to India for research?
Yeah, yeah, of course. Why not? I
Oh,
can
that's
stay in
really
India
great.
and have Indian food, and family would be near. So, yeah, yeah.
I think, are you missing there Indian food and family? Of course, family. But what about Indian food? I think it is easily
Yeah,
available in USA.
that I'm missing. So whenever I go to India, actually, that's my schedule, like to eat all the Indian snacks, and so my family actually prepares for from a month before I come. That okay,
What is
she
favorite one, ma'am? What is favorite your snacks or in a sweet?
oh snacks is like I eat a lot of golgappe when I go to India. So there's a
Yeah.
special snack person whom my father calls when I'm there. So he will come near our house to sell that specifically during the time when I'm there.
Oh,
And yeah, all sorts of Indian foods basically. I mean, yeah, Bengalis eat a lot of fish. So
okay.
that is there. Also a big fan of South Indian food actually.
Oh,
Those and
idli, dosa.
idli. Yeah, sambar that I like. So yeah, almost I would say almost everything.
Oh,
Few weeks and I eat for the whole year.
yeah. Nice. And what about strength of India, ma'am?
Oh, as I said,
Strength.
in terms of theoretical research, I think India is doing very well when it comes to something where you can derive something theoretically and you do not need experimental resources. And I think
Yeah.
Indian students are very strong in, say, mathematics and basic science,
Science.
fundamental science subjects. So I think that's something. I think our educational system, yeah, I don't really like it because it kind of puts a lot of pressure on
Pressure.
the students in the beginning, so it
Yes.
doesn't give room for innovation. It's like you have to learn by heart a lot of things. But at the
Yes.
same time, I think mathematics specifically is kind of strong in
Okay.
Indian curriculum compared to many other countries.
Yes.
So that makes the students kind of good in maths and science. If I think the learning by heart component can be taken out, and if we can have some innovative ways instead of making, especially very small kids, they have to like learn. Yeah, I think they miss on their childhood. Uh, I think I am like working less than what I used to do as a nursery student. You are made to like learn so many rhymes and yeah. So I know a few kids who have to like 3 and 4 years old, and they have to like write from A to Z and write 10 words for each
Each.
letter. I said, what is this? This is like torture. And this is like two full pages where you just there's just ABC is written and you just have to draw on top of whatever is written. I said I will not do it if someone tells me to do it, and you are expecting a 4-year child to do that, and that's their homework every day.
Every
Right to
day. That's
A
really
and
a
to B.
pressure, ma'am. That's really pressure for a small children.
This is just going to kill their curiosity,
Thinking.
and they would also not be excited about education because this is
Mhm.
not exciting, right? If we just
Correct,
have to
correct.
write maybe
Mhm.
2 pages of the same thing.
Yeah, that I
So
think we
I
have to
think
work on it.
some of the things here are better. I think the kindergarten, they don't
Mhm.
really put a lot of pressure on very small kids, so they're basically learning by playing. So I think, yeah, so that is really good because,
Mhm.
yeah, too much pressure on the childhood. If they don't
Danger.
enjoy education, uh,
Mhm.
then they're not going to love it. Yeah, they'll just fear or hate that all the time.
Yeah.